Hello, this is a demonstration of the Zillerium demo for adding reviews to the blockchain, and this system here is running under React.js with a Solidity contract. So I'm going to start by typing in a company name. So if I type Fiat and then I'll type my name and then put thumbs up, it says your review will be added in a few minutes to the blockchain. So if we go into, I've set up some, if we say pending transactions, that's that actual transaction there. If we add another one, if we say Nissan John so we now have two transactions there. So just to make it, give it a bit more, we can just add a bit more. We'll call it let's say Audi, and then we'll call this Jane. So contracts. So now we have three. Now we have only one. So this means they've been mined. This is the cache showing here, but if we refresh, we can see Ford and Nissan have been mined now. And then if we go into our pending transactions, that they've now all been mined. So if we now refresh, there we can see Fiat, Nissan and Audi, and this is review one for each one. And to confirm what we've said there, so if we go into the address, that's the contract address, and the data is then connected to that address. So if we define the ABI I've already typed in, that's actually from the Solidity. So there we have get reviews here, and we have the three. We have two names and a number. So this is the company name, the reviewer, and then a 1 or a 0, and then we add review. So inputs. So what I can do with this, I set up address 1 already. So address 1, you set that up by saying, I'll redo it, let's call it address 2, by saying ETH contracts ABI at the address. So if I now type address 2 and then I put in my get reviews, I'm getting the reviews back. So that if I look at my last one here and I convert, it says Jane, which corresponds to Jane here. And if we go up into the next array here, you see this Audi, which corresponds to this here. So a recap of this, so we start the transaction here, say Morrison's, and when we start the transaction we go into, we have pending transactions here, which is then being mined. And if we go into block number, we can see the these are the blocks as they're being mined. So if we go back to pending transactions, so momentarily that's going to be mined, and after that's mined it will appear back on the screen. So 47 is the last one, and then that's been mined, and we should see where it says 47, it should change to 48 as we read back. So 48 Morrison's and then John. So, and then if we went back into this, our address 2, we're going to see that same get reviews. We're going to see that same information. So we've got this new reviewer who's John. So that's an illustration of several things here. So this is deployment of a contract onto the blockchain, given the address, which is this, and then the address, that's the address there. So and the address is then associated with all the data, and if that address changes, then you won't, with the new address, you wouldn't be able to recall this old data. So we then get through React.js, which is this screen, it will then display the data, and the user then has access to this information. So obviously a problem is this aspect here. This is the way the blockchain works. We can't change that at this present time. So the user will have to wait a few minutes for the transaction to be mined.